present tense of desire in step number 1. An important factor here, and we'll put them maybe in little bullet points, and it's going to be a little narrow because we're on this whiteboard. Okay. Get things clear. So a lot of people, again, are in chaos mode. Things are all over the place. They don't have clarity when you ask. So even for yourself, you want to get things very, very clear. Where am I going? Now you can consider this goals, vision, mission, all the different things here. But essentially what you want to do is get your blueprint clear. So let's write that down. The blueprint clear, meaning qualities, characteristics, the why, all of that should be very clear in your mind. Or you call this the mission. And counterintuitive, your goal doesn't have to be reminded every single day. You can do that, but it doesn't have to be reminded every day. It just has to be a reminder of, why am I going after this? How do I want it to come? I want it to come easy. I want it to come fun, joy. I want to live a balanced life. I want to have harmony in my personal relationships while running my business. I want free time. I want self-care time, right? You want to define these things so that you know where you're going and balancing. And that's really, really important. So let me ask you, do you have it clear? Some of you will, some of you might not. Throw number 4 into the chat box if you feel like things are clear, or number 5 if you need a little bit of work. Not that it's bad, you just need a little bit of time to get some things a little more clear, a little more organized. Maybe things are a little chaotic. 4 if you're clear, 5 if you need a little time to get some things organized. Okay, we're getting a range here. Majority, I'd say not majority, but a large chunk are in 5s. That's definitely okay. Jenny mentioned pretty clear. Wonder if need to be narrowed down, more specific. Okay, I'll talk about that for sure. So this is going to be an application call while we're going through this. We're going to take about 2 minutes here, and I want to get you some clarity going. Okay, this is where the application comes into play. So if you don't have things clear, I highly encourage you to start with just a list of the next 5 things that you really want, and writing down some of the qualities and characteristics of the number 1 thing that you want by the end of this year. So again, if you've thought about goals before and it's like you don't like the goal achieving process because you set the goal and you always fall short, or don't worry about the terminology. We're not talking about goals or vision. We're not talking about the terminology. We're talking more so about the energy. I want you to find the thing that's exciting and makes you nervous. That's the energy blueprint you're looking for. So let's go and write that down. You're excited and nervous. Okay, you're nervous because it shakes your paradigm. You're uncomfortable with it. You know, and sometimes people put on a tough face and say, I'm not nervous, but, you know, at an underneath level, yeah, there's some nervousness. You know, for me, even when I start to, you know, get a higher level, there's a little nervousness for me. Whoa, this is a lot, right? When we brought TikTok from 0 to 160, it's almost 170,000 followers. In 3 months, in 90 days, it's kind of nerve-wracking a little bit. There's a lot of people that are now following you. There's a lot of stuff going on, right? So if you're excited and nervous, that's really good because you're in a spot where you are rising to a frequency that is beyond what has been internally for you. It's the expansion of who you are, and that's going to be a big, big game changer. Okay, so excited and nervous. Those of you that wrote down a number 4 or typed it out into the chat box, go back and say, can I get a little bit more clear, just a hair more? What is that going to look like? Have I defined the qualities and characteristics all the way, or can I add in some things? Okay. The other thing I would like to write into step number 1, and this is really exceptional for me, and what's worked very well, is write down the top 3, narrow this down just a bit, projects in the business this month. Write down the top 3 projects and in personal life this month. There's so many ambitions all of you are going after, especially in business. You have a lot of projects you're going to be working on. You're going to have a lot of things you want to scale, move around, get started with, whatever it is. Okay. So let's do an example. You know, when we have 20 different ambitions in the month, it's like people usually have this with their mission. They'll say, I want to write a book and I want to go speak on stage around the world and I want to coach online $1 million business and I want to have 1 million person following and I want this, right? They have a million things and they get in perfection paralysis and overwhelm, trying to make every little thing perfect and not anything really moving forward. It's just like this overwhelm energy, okay? Same thing with the personal life. They want the dream home. They want the dream soulmate. They want the dream lifestyle. They want the luxury living. They want to travel the world. They want to do all these things, right? So it's overwhelming. It's like there's a large disconnect. It's so far out, right? So it provides year after year, month after month with a lot less progress and feels very frustrating. So the best way you can do this when you're manifesting what you want is take your top 3 projects and work straight on that only. And those projects may be finish certification, for example. Those of you going through a certification. Another one may be, okay, I'm going to dial in my marketing system on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram this month. I'm going to just solely focus on that. And another top 3, the project is having 2 pay in full clients this month. You see? So I put 3 intentions: finish certification, dial in my marketing system so that I have accurate leads coming in on a daily basis, and get 2 pay in fulls. So I'm taking all these different intentions, all these different things I'm doing and putting it into this is what I'm focused on this month. And then all of your actions for the rest of your business day are solely about that. You may have little minor things you need to do. Of course, if you have clients, you're working with your clients, you're doing this, you're posting, whatever it is. So you got little tasks to do, but all the little tasks align with the big ones, align with the big projects. Personal life, for example, if you want your dream home, number 1, project 1 might be write down a list of qualities and characteristics that I know I want about this dream home. Number 2, go around neighborhoods where I feel like my dream home would be located and start to visualize and see myself in those houses and maybe take a tour of one of the homes, get a pre-qualification ready to go, and I can go into that home. Okay. Number 3 might be solidify the deal and actually make an offer. Right? So again, we're talking about projects so that you're not overloading by a million different things. So you mentioned this is me. Luann says yes. And really it's everyone on the call is some form or another, because we're all very ambitious. That's why you're here. Okay. You want a bigger and better lifestyle, not meaning like just crazy lifestyle. You want a lifestyle that's balanced, that's freedom-based, all the different things, right? We all want that. That's why you're here. So we'll get into a boat where we want to make sure top 3 projects are in. We're going to take 60 seconds on this, and this will provide you, like once you get off the call, you should feel like, wow, I feel clear. I feel organized. I feel ready to go because I know what I'm working on. It's not overwhelming. The one quick thing is, if you have fear around letting something go right now, we have to deal with that. We have to go within and we have to heal that. Because sometimes when people let things go, they say, oh, what about this? I'm letting this go, and I'm letting this go, and I'm letting this go. And they get this almost anxiety of like, I can't let my dreams go. That's coming from a fear-based trauma, something that has happened in your life that's causing you to have the fear and concern around that. What we do is we change that perspective and story and say, I'm not letting these things go a lifetime. I'm just going to start working on this one thing so that I can finally get to the thing I ultimately want, right? So again, you're not letting things go. You're just confidently, intelligently saying, I need one step at a time. I don't care if anybody on the call is 7 or 8 figure entrepreneur. These are fundamental things that will help making sure that you're clear, organized, and structured.